Three, two, one. Eyes open. Episode number 144. The Left Hand Labs podcast is here. Hold on, let me take this off of this so you can see 2 L's 1T. Yo, I was gonna start it at like 10 o'clock, maybe at like 10. But I spent like the last 45 minutes trying to fix the sound, but I got the sound back right on the microphone. You really gotta be like a Geek Squad employee, really, like, to get this shit going the way it need to be working. If you want to start a podcast and you want to, not me, hold on, let me fix this. You want to start a podcast and all that type shit, you really got to be dialed in. You got to be plugged in. You heard, like, but it's all stuff that you can learn though. Like, for real, it's all stuff that you could go on Google. Google got the answer for everything. Google and YouTube. I was Googling, I was YouTube, and then I said, you know what? Let me just went to the sound settings and said something happened internally with this mic to turn the volume down. I don't know what it was, but I got it back up because you can see the audio levels. Like when you speak, it goes green, yellow, red type shit, and it was so low. You got to do a trial recording before you actually go to the real thing. Because I learned with the Kobe episode 100. I forgot what R.I.P. Cole, man. I forgot what episode it was that he died. The one when he died, but it was staticky as hell. It's because I didn't do a practice run and listen to it and see if it was picking up sound. Matter of fact, let me move my phone. But it wasn't doing it earlier, so we should be good. But we here, episode 144. The Derek Coleman. I think Derek Coleman got 100. Let me see. Let's look it up. Let's find out right now. Y'all can see what we looking at here. Let me see. Derek Coleman. You know what? Who did we use? I think we used like Keith Van Horn last time. What's going on? Oh, caps lock is on, but it's not lighting up on my thing. What is going on? Apple supposed to be, top notch, but it be messing up sometimes. I promise you it does. Yep, Derek Coleman, number 44. And you know who else? I think I got another one. I think I got one more. Derek Coleman, 44. How did I know that? That's a good question. Keith Van Horn. Did he win number? Yo, I'm a guru, son. I'm really a guru, son. Because I used this picture right here last episode for the 44th episode. I think I might use this shit again. This picture was dope. And I put it all together when I did I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do the Derek Coleman. You got your shit off last time, God. But I knew that he had number. He was going to Tim Duncan. I know Tim. The Wake Forest was crazy when Timmy was there. I knew they was cooking them boys. Hold on, let's go back to me. All right, but yeah, episode number 144. 6 more episodes away from 150. Then after that, 50 more to 200 episodes. And I was listening to, I wasn't even listening. I was scrolling down on the gram, and a Gary V post was there. He was, I guess it was about podcasts. That shit was like, man, are people willing to put 18 hours a day into something? I don't know how you could do a podcast for 18 hours a day, but I definitely put time in. He said with minimal results. I feel like it's not minimal results. It's not where I wanted to be yet, especially like when the YouTube pick up steam and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep working on it, and when the YouTube pick up steam, I feel like this shit gonna blow up. It's already 144 episodes down. It's people I know listen to the podcast every week when I drop it, and so I feel like it's not minimal results. I make the podcast because I love making the podcast, and I can see, like, I know brick by brick that's how you gotta build shit. You gotta go brick by brick. Sometimes people get lucky breaks or whatever, or circumstances line up, or the stars align and shit happens faster for some people. But me, every time I start the podcast, somebody come want to be in it. Every time. Every time. What was I saying? I was saying something like inspirational or something like that. But it's just ridiculous. What was I saying? I think I was saying I'm the type of person where I can go brick by brick and it's fine by me. Like I don't need no I don't need no I forgot what I was saying because I get interrupted. So in the future we're gonna be recording the podcast in a studio somewhere. This is all wishful thinking. You gotta wish things into existence. And this motivation to get things how we need it to be. Wow. That's so rude and annoying. People do that. In the middle of me doing a joint. They just come and just make mad noise. Shit is annoying. I don't remember what I was saying. But uh let's look at the new joint I got. Look, bam, you can see the number right here, 307-338-1000. If you got Zoom, you could call in and you could come be on the podcast, you feel me? 307-338-1000. Call in and you could be on the pod. And before we go any further, make sure you rate and review on the iTunes podcast app. Subscribe to the YouTube if you're listening on the YouTube and like the video and all that kind of stuff. And we got a bunch of stuff this episode. We got The Last Dance, yo. I say this every week. First of all, those episodes go by way too fast. Like it don't make no sense. It's over before it starts. Like you start watching it, we live tweet every episode of The Last Dance. We live tweeting on Twitter. Jokes, funny shit, retweets, this, that, and the third. Y'all gotta follow the podcast on Twitter. I feel like the shop and the podcast, but it's more towards the podcast maybe because it's more talk about it's all sports talk really for the majority of the time. And that shit is just fun. I love Twitter. Twitter really is the dopest social network, social media app or whatever because it's just laughs. It's always endless laughs. Whatever you need, Twitter got it. But follow the shop and the podcast on Twitter at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. And we live tweeting every episode of the. I'm trying to move the needle. That's why you see my voice getting louder. Okay. My bad if I hurt your ears just now. But we gotta get a bigger community on the joint when we watch these joints, so we get these jokes off, get these arguments off, these debates started, all that type shit. We gotta start doing that. So you see how much wavy, hey Shop MJ, you see how much shit you got in here in the shop? That picture crazy. They got you hitting though, Pippen and Rodman. That's Shop MJ, of course. You see the Jordan with the 11s on the Concords. It's more over there. It's another one. It's so much wavy Jordan memorabilia in here. Because you the GOAT, Shop MJ. We talking about you. We talking about your documentary. You got to be watching on the YouTube so you can see Shop MJ. He right here in the cut. He got the pennies on. So this is rare air right. Excuse me, right here. And he still got a Kobe jersey on. Because that's his dog. It was sad as hell when we saw Cole. I was going to have Cousin Gary, a.k.a. #RustGang on. I was talking to him earlier, and we was going to talk about some things from The Last Dance. But maybe next week, because I don't know if it's 10:50. He probably not asleep, but if I call him, it's probably going, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll call him. But we got Last Dance to talk about how much of a GOAT MJ is. The Richard Gant situation. The Republicans buy sneakers too. We got to talk about that. And Charles Barkley gave me some interesting insight on that on the Rich Eisen show. I was listening, so we got to talk about that. The NFL, yeah, we gonna talk about the NFL because they are demons. I think we gonna talk about them first. NBA news, they pushing shit back, which is bad with the season. I don't know. We'll talk about all that. Got some things to talk about. Might not be that long of an episode. I don't think I'm gonna call Cousin Gary, aka #RustGang. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But let's do the sponsors and then we can get into it. Boom, boom, boom. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms Premier Event. As you can see, I got a haircut. My barber lives on my block. I was scared to get a cut. And my shit was looking very rough. But then I thought about it. I'm like, hold on. He got the mask on. He right down the street. He not letting everybody in. You feel me? I can go get a cut. I cut my shit myself, actually, but I didn't have no guards, good guards, and the guards I had was no good, and I was using them joints, and I'm like, I sent him a video like, look what I did. He said, man, come get this cut. I was like, all right, bet, and I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go get it. I'm not gonna get a shape up every week. I ain't going nowhere, but when my shit get bad, I'm gonna get a cut. Why not? Everybody wish they can get a cut right now, for real. This shit is crazy, and it's not gonna stop no time soon. I hope y'all understand that. Like, this is a whole new shit. But anyway, back to this sponsor voice. This podcast is sponsored by Shop Heirlooms Premier Vintage Goods and Memorabilia. You can follow the shop as well as the podcast on all social media at Shop Heirlooms, ShopHeirlooms. Look, the new wave now is you got to join the website. When you go to www.shopheirlooms.store, you get prompted, yo, join our mailing list. Because I sent out them codes, discount codes. I sent the 50% out, one off. I random codes I send out. Random. It's you don't know when it's going to come. Pause. But the code comes. And then what you going to do, you got 50 off. You got 35 off. You got buy one, get one free. You feel me? Because there's a lot of waves still here in the shop. The Rona did not stop that. We are definitely always stacked up with a bunch of wave. A lot of wave gets shipped out, but it's a lot of wave still here. A lot of wave. You see the T-Max still there. You see the Subway Series crew neck. You see the Nike. Well, you can't even see it, but it's a tough Nike joint right there. It's a lot of wave. All you got to do is go hit the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. Everything gets shipped out right next day. Bada bing, bada boom type shit. You heard? And I think that's it for the sponsors. Let's play the intro music. No, I don't have it ready. I know I'm supposed to have it ready, but I don't. But we got it right here. Intro music right here.
I used to roll me a big fine L and watch a whole lot of basketball and Soundcloud. Aside from my fish scale clientele, there are a few things I know as well as basketball and Soundcloud. 40 carats, phrases, 40's parrots. Mimic the style, you get embarrassed. Ditch the filthy habits. In a limousine, every limousine covered in some fine fabrics. Still wreaking havoc for them cash that will rob you for your pack. Back when Robert Pack was a maverick who had chicks to give wavy wop. It's not trading cards when I say your shorty gave me tops. Teeth look like chiclets, big and white like Rick Smith's. I'm at my Travis best. The rest is average at best, and this that land bias in its purest form. Word is Bon Jovi, word is Sean. If you don't recognize it, you'll respond. Catch a bigger bullet than George Marathon. Ric Flair with the chops, and they thought he's gonna flop. Finally back on the top. I already made it to the finals playing with Sagana Job. Yo, it's YOD, your boy, your old droog. Left hand layups, huh? Is that what we running with? Yo, L, man, you been playing my song a lot. I'm gonna need to see some of those royalties. I think I'm gonna need like $1,000 every time you play one of my joints. So, I'm gonna send you my information. You get that money over to me promptly. Yeah, left hand layups. You gotta work on your left hand layups, man. You can't ignore that. Unless you're left-handed, in which case you gotta work on your right hand. But yeah, left-hand layups. One.
My boy Drew. I really fuck with Drew, man. That's my guy. He ain't have to, man. He fuck with the pod. I'm gonna get him on. I'm gonna hit him and try. I'm gonna get him on the joint. But yo, we gonna start off before we get Shop MJ. Just chill. We gonna end it with the Last Dance stuff. It's stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff. We gonna talk about the NBA. Now, if they resume the season, right, which people still want, Bron want, a lot of people say they still want, and I do too. Fantasy basketball over, which sucks because I was going to beat Jarrell and I was going to win the championship. Injuries, made a couple dumb trades, picked Devin Booker instead of Drummond, but they traded Booker and Sabonis for Big Cat. Oh, what a dumb! My team was fine. I should have never did it. I was looking for stars. I was chasing waterfalls. I love fantasy basketball and football so much. I really miss fantasy basketball and football. I wish that it was still going on. But players are still, I mean, they still want to hoop. So say they do start the season in June or July, right? And it ends in August or whatever. And then they already pushed back the lottery and the draft combine, which is dumb. I don't know, like you see what the NFL was still able to do with no, well, they did have their combine, but they didn't have individual, like something. What did it stop? It stopped something. They had to draft without the interview process or whatever. All right, let the NBA do the same thing. Like we know who you want. We already know who want to get picked, and you can work people out individually. Do y'all really use the NBA draft combine? No. Come on, man. You do it the old-fashioned way, man. It probably wasn't none of that before. But they pushed that back. And that's one of the highlights of my summer is the NBA draft lottery, the NBA draft, and then the summer league. That's like I look forward to that every year. Like, and that's going. It sucks that that's going. But they already pushed that back. And then now you have what's it called? They're saying the season, if it starts late, like if it resumes, then they might start the season now in December, like Christmas Day, the first game. Now I have a question. If you do that, right? Say y'all switches that, even if it's just like for this year. So you're gonna end it early, you're gonna start it late and then end it when it ends and then start at the normal time in like October? Is that the plan? Then how is anybody gonna rest? Aren't the Olympics soon? Not what year is it? The Olympics is every 4 years, right? And the World Cup is also every 4 years, and it is, or the Olympics every 2 years. It might be every 4. And when were the last Olympics? It's always even numbers, right? So that means this year was supposed to be the Olympics. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know, but I'm sure it's gonna be some type of international competition or something. Euros was this year. Damn, for soccer we miss Euros. The corona really got in the way of sports, and that's what watching The Last Dance. I was thinking, and I tweeted. I was like, yo, sports is so beautiful because look what sports brings to us, but it's gone. Like sports is a huge part of society for real. For me at least, and for a lot of people that I know, and just in general, like it's crazy what sports can do. But the NBA, don't be silly, man. Don't start the season in December. Oh, nobody wants to compete because the regular season doesn't matter, so people don't care. Oh, we don't want it. Why try to compete with the NFL? Yo, NFL is only on Sundays, dog. That's it. Y'all got Thursday that we watch. I watch every Knicks game whenever that's on. NBA TV always got, yo, come on. Don't be silly if we got to start in December. Y'all were going the right way when y'all were like, yo, we're going to add a mid-season tournament and stuff like that. That was going in the right direction. Not saying we're going to start the season later and all sorts of silliness like that. We don't need that. We don't need that. These headphones always slide down, so I need new headphones. I definitely need new headphones. But the NBA is bugging. They're definitely bugging. And answer me, what y'all think? You think they're going to be able to start the season late and end it late and then start regularly? So, or is now the new thing going to be to start in December on a trial run, going haywire? I don't know what. God damn, son. Sometimes you don't want to wear headphones like this. You want to wear them back, but they just don't want to sit still. How DJs do it. I guess I'm not cut out to be a DJ. I didn't want to be a DJ anyway. You feel me? It is what it is. But yeah, the NBA is bugging. Give us the draft. Let's see the lottery. Just give the Knicks the number 1 pick. That's all I really want. So we can get LaMelo Ball, and then shit could be spooky because LaMelo Ball crazy. You want to see a video? I got a video of LaMelo Ball and my likes. and my likes. Yo, y'all really used to say Draymond was better than Draymond's better than the debate of Pascal Siakam and Paul George. Paul George better than him. Come on. Y'all really say Draymond Green better than Charles Barkley, son. Y'all crazy. Y'all are real crazy. Yo, look at your boy Skip, son. Look at Skip Drip Bayless. Not the on the wall, son. He put them joints on the wall. The ones. Son, he a demon, son. He a real demon. That's demon stuff. Skip. Yo, I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit so it could be the background on the YouTube video. Look at my boy Drip Bayless, son. Son. He a real demon, son. He a real demon. I should send this picture to Cousin Gary and see what he got to say. I wish I could get him to call in on the Zoom, but I know that shit is going to be too much. He ain't going to do it. Oh, it's the GOAT right here. Hard times. What I'm going to do now, after, step back. He stepped on your ankle. Hey! Oh, come on, get up, let me show you what I just did. Let me show you what I got, what I'm looking forward to later. As soon as I get off this, 2K, you can make another build type shit. Look what I did. Come on, picture, clear up. Ooh, past versus present. I'm building them up now in my career. You see the big blood. Here go the other big blood, the same guy, but I put him on I made him, and it's the genius people on YouTube was able to show me how to make a face scan of Hard Times, not face scan, but like to craft them. So I'm building them up now. I was up playing a game. Try to get them badges. I need quick draw. Once I get quick draw, it's over. Hard Times, crazy. Got the sharpshooter takeover. In Pro-Am, we be playing teams with like crazy. We played Iverson, he lit us the fuck up. We played Michael Jordan, we played Kobe, they gave us buckets. I got Hard Times for him now. You see the type of shit you get on my Twitter? That's fire, son. I'm gonna save this picture on my phone. Cause Hard Times is my favorite guy. It is what it is. Hold on. So let's go back to me. Where we at? So yeah, the NBA bugging. I couldn't find the LaMelo thing. Maybe that was on the gram. But LaMelo crazy. Y'all, we could go to YouTube and watch, but it's not that deep. NFL is releasing their schedule Thursday, I think. Yo, the draft came, and it's on TV, I think. It's going to be like a TV reveal. NFL, they bout that chicken, son. They might hate niggas, but they bout that chicken. That chicken. And NFL comes and shakes the block, and we all tune in, and we all talk about it. It's amazing, son. Why is Cam Newton still not on the team? I need somebody to talk to about that. Why is Cam Newton still not on the team? What's the problem? Now, you've heard me talk bad about Cam before. Yes, you have. When they was going to the bowl that year, I'm like, yo, the Broncos going to destroy them, son. Defense outweighs offense 100-fold. I'm sticking. I stick with that. I didn't believe in Cam then. I didn't. But Cam Newton is still like, come on, that's just me being an asshole a little bit. Cam Newton is crazy, son. Crazier than a lot of the quarterbacks that's starting right now. Andy Dalton, I thought he was going to get snatched by New England. Jarrett Stidham might really be tough, and then we gonna have to fuck around with Jarrett Stidham. And if they beat us with Jarrett Stidham, I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm gonna be tight. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm not scared of Derek Stidham. What's his name? Derek Stidham, whatever. I'm not afraid of him, but I'm just saying. But Dak might be done up. They franchise tagged him. I think Andy might end up being the quarterback of the if I was Dak, I wouldn't sign the franchise. Or there's nothing to sign on the franchise tag, but he can still sit out, can he? Was Zeke on the franchise tag when he sat out, or when he was holding out? And you still could give him an extension, right? I don't know. But if I'm Dak, I'll be like, y'all got Andy Dalton, I ain't bet. So do what you gotta do with him. I don't know. Maybe that's what he'll do, maybe not. But Cam is still out there. Wait, is he gonna go to the Bears? The Bears traded it for Nick Foles. They want Nick Foles over Cam Newton. I don't know what's wrong, son. Riverboat Ron, Cousin Gary, aka hashtag Russ Gang favorite team, the Skins and Shot favorite team. Somebody better do something. I don't know. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'll sit Dwayne Haskins down and be like, come on, Cam. We got Fitzmagic, and yo, I was listening to the Dolphins podcast earlier. They was like, yo, who's to say that Josh Rosen not going to be the starter this year? Or if Fitzmagic and Tua just is out of the picture regardless. And because when Fitzmagic get old and he gone, then we just have Rosen and Tua. That's not bad. Let's see. Give Rosen another shot. I will not be mad if we don't play Tua this year. But they said if we don't play Tua this year, it goes to show you that he probably really was hurt. I don't know. I just can't wait for football. It's 11-11, Make-A-Wish. Real quick. Ready, go. Okay, we gotta make a wish. I always catch 11-11, and wishes be coming true for real. You just can't tell nobody what it is you wish for. But damn, Warzone. I'm about to be right on 2K as soon as I get up. But get off the pod. But let's talk about Last Dance now. It's time. Now to get let me pull it so where you can see what I'm saying. To get it accurate, what's the name? Let's go to the first one so we can see where I was at. You see all the tweets, and I hashtag them on purpose. I'm telling you, y'all gotta start watching this joint. Okay, here we go. It's a lot of wavy tweets, bro. He always talking. My son Wonton Soup, my son DeJean, and I'll just show him that right there. Bang, you see him because he liked the Mavericks, and you see what we did. Marcus Morris, one of the best Knicks ever, throwing up this set type shit. Fuck out of here, man. Okay. Bam. It starts off with the 1998 All-Star Weekend in New York. That's something you had to be there for. I was there. Me and my dad went to the All-Star Weekend in New York in 98. We was walking around. Jason Kidd. My father said, yo, J Kidd. We was like near some type of exit or entrance or some shit, and Jason Kidd came out. My father says, J Kidd, can you sign an autograph for my son? And we was nicked out. I'm talking about nicked out. Whole Knicks suits, sweats, swishy suits, everything. Nick to the fucking T. I think I had a hat, everything. Like everything was blue and orange. We looked like we played for the Knicks. If you know who my father is, you know he the biggest Knicks fan in the whole entire world. That's where I get it from, obviously. And you know how he give it up. So if you imagine, if you don't, he been on the podcast before. You've seen him, but if you haven't, oh well. Jason Kidd, yo, can you sign an autograph for my son? J Kidd look at me like this. This is at All-Star Weekend. Look at me like this. Look me up and down. Man, I don't sign autograph for Knicks fans. Keep it pushing. My dad not taking that short. He said, that's why your bitch ugly. The fuck out of here. Start illing on him. J Kidd looked back like, oh, this nigga, what? What he say? Didn't want no smoke though. Kept it pushing. He definitely looked back, but he just kept it. And my father was berating him, giving him a whole bunch of sauce. He ain't want none. But J Kidd's still the second best point guard ever. But that was foul. You did that. So 98. I was 8 turning 9 in November. So that was what? February, right? All-Star Weekend is in Valentine's weekend. So that's like a February. So I was 8 years old. I just turned 8 in November. So, okay. And this is legendary footage, The Last Dance. It really is legendary footage. You watching in the locker room and all that, and it's just amazing to watch. You see young Antoine Walker, Mir was talking about him. That shit was just amazing, son. I like Charles Barkley said he don't like that it shows inside the locker room. Come on, Chuck. That's not what this is about. This is about what we watching, and that shit is really fire. It really is. It like I don't know if they ever gonna be able to do this with Bron or somebody like Maybe they're gonna start now, or maybe they have been. I don't know, but this is amazing. It's amazing. The Last Dance. Whoever made this, we gotta give him his flowers. Great, excellent job. Kobe, man, you saw Mike talk about Kobe, and that shit was sad. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more about Kobe, but it wasn't. I guess because Kobe passed, they probably would have had him talking or something. But it's sad, man. It's still sad. Still horribly sad. And I can't believe the majority of Kobe's career, I was a Kobe hater. Can't believe it. Yo, one thing I said was like, yo, Mike is really the greatest because this was his last season playing basketball until he came back went to the Wizards. The man was the MVP of that All-Star game. That's how great he was, son. He still was MVP of the All-Star game. He still was like getting like 30 or something. Like it was all those great players, young players, everybody. He still was a star amongst stars. David Stern was like, yo, I'm only gonna give him this MVP trophy if he come back. Mike should have never left, son. That team should have stayed together. They really messed up with that. They really did. Y'all crazy. Every episode, I can't believe I had to argue with cats that such and such was better than Jordan. Yo, can you believe I really used to have arguments with cats? Cats would tell me like, yo, Steph Curry better than Michael Jordan, son. Who else besides Steph? People just said silly stuff. Mike didn't play nobody. It's insane the stuff that people say out their mouths, son. How do you say these things about Mike? I was telling people this before this documentary. A lot of people was LeBron better than Mike. Nobody better than him, son. It's nobody that's better than Michael Jordan ever, except for Wilt Chamberlain, maybe, and that's it. And you got to give Wilt his flowers too. But y'all really need to stop with this shit. Now, next, Adidas, yo. Mike in the joint said, yo, this is first episode we still talking about. Like, yo, I want to sign with Adidas. He wanted to sign with Adidas. He wanted it, and Adidas said, we don't have our shit together right now. You know when when you're dealing with a leg, she wants you to cuff, and you just like, yo, I'm not in that space right now. But see, usually a dude to take the cheeks. Still take the cheeks, string it along. In that case, with Michael Jordan, bro, you was supposed to say, yo, Mike, you want us to sign with you? And you was supposed to be like, bet, and throw him in some shell toes until y'all had the bread or something to get him where he needed to be. Y'all smoked that. They smoked it for real. They definitely did. And they was showing us the shoes, and I said, yo, people actually commit murder over these shoes. Like, that's how big it was. Michael Jordan changed shoes in sports forever. His mom told him to take that meeting with Nike. Converse said they didn't want... Can you imagine if Converse took Mike? Can you imagine? We will all have had a pair of Converse Jordans at one point in our life. We don't know what they would have looked like if they'd been fired. Who would have been? Maybe Tinker would have worked for Converse. Who knows what would have happened? We don't know. But I know Converse wish they did know. Because besides Chucks, which are lasting forever, you got to give Chucks their credit. That's it. I had some of them weapons. I had the weapons, the green ones, the bird ones. I had those when I was like 14. Those was cool. Had some Chucks. You know what I mean? We used to, at Benedict's, St. Benedict's Prep, you got to wear Chucks for gym. So, I had some at some point, but smoked it. They showed Mike going crazy on us, and I said, yo, we would have had at least like 2 rings if it wasn't for Mike. Possibly 3 if we just beat Houston at one time. Got to game 7 in the finals. We was that close. Can you imagine? Mike was just destroying us. That half spins, and that's the craziest shit ever. Mike took rings from Pat. He told Pat, he said, yo, I've been kicking your ass. I got to go back to like 84 or something like that. 83. He said something foul. And it's the truth. He was whipping his ass in college, but Pat was able to at least get one in college. And this is what I was saying. I swear to God, I love sports so much, man. Look at the beauty it breeds. That's what I was talking about earlier. What happened to Mike's eyes? Mike eyes is mad yellow, son. Why? I guess Ola said Let me click and see what Ola said. Ola said that nigga stay drinking. Son, I didn't know. Son, I didn't know. I didn't know that's what drinking does to you. That's why I stay clear. That's why I stay clear. I can't have my eyes be all yellow, all crazy. Ola. I gotta get Ola on the podcast. I gotta remember what episode that was when Ola came on. Ola, it was me, Ola, his mans. We was talking for long as hell. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna somehow, some way, I'm gonna get that joint. I gotta find what episode that was. Yo, they was showing the scrimmage, bruh. I said, man, they gotta release the scrimmage. I would pay easily the small 20 to see them scrimmages, or at least the one that they always show you. To just see it, get it on Blu-ray, and have people commentate on it and stuff. Show the whole thing. Show us the USA versus the kids when Chris Webber and them and Hurley and them was playing. Show us that scrimmage. Show us all that footage. Y'all always show highlights from it. Who got the real footage? Show us the whole thing. Stop being greedy. Stop being stingy. Ahmad Rashad played in the NFL for the Vikings. Married Felicia Rashad. That is Claire Huxtable he married. Then he was I wouldn't have been able to handle that, son, with Bill all in her face, kissing on your wife. I don't like, son. Certain shit is for certain people. I'm not one of them people. I hate with my leg. Talk to me about a dude. If dude's at her job, even if they old, I don't give a fuck. I just don't like. I thinking it. And I like when we be on the phone and she, oh hey Peter, I'll be like, oh, I hate that. I hate it. I'll just throw a random name out there. I ain't give no specific names, but I hate that. NBA reporter and then homies with Mike and everybody else. Like that's just insane. Insane. Yo, you got to give Jerry Krause. He's a guru for drafting Tony Kukoc. That was a good, and it was a drafting stash. I didn't even know they was doing drafting stashes back then. Tony said I was getting too much bread to come over here. And he said he was the Croatian Magic Johnson. That's how good they said he was. So I mean, you take that for what it is. And they was showing how Kukoc, how they was strapping that boy up and Pippen, and they was just taking turns just strapping him. And I said, yo, that's the first time he probably ever seen that many niggas. He was overwhelmed. It was too much. It probably was. But he overcame it. So we got to give him his props for that. Mike was about that bread. When Mike was like, I'm not putting the Reebok joint over here. Oh, I'm not showing Reebok. I'm Nike. I'm only showing Nike. That's it. That was funny. So that showed me that he stood for something, and it showed how they got to show how big he was commercially, this, that, and third. And sometimes I dream the songs, the him and Spike and all that. But then it got to this. I don't know the politics. I just know it's Democrats and Republicans, and you seen how wicked that Pilgrim was that was running for Senate in North Carolina, and Mike said, yo, I'm not a politician. People, I think that Mike was bugging. He should have just gave him, he said he donated money. No, just Mike should have been like, yo, I like Gant. I think he's cool. Everybody would have voted for him just off of that. A black man running for senator in your state where you live, your hometown. Come on, Mike. And I said you don't got to be a politician to stand for something, and that's true. But then Barkley said on the Rich Eisen show earlier, like, yo, it's easier now because it's social media. So people can make comments and stand for something. And he said, but this the thing. People only agree with your politics if it's their politics. If it's like, they said, imagine if players now was wearing Make America Great Again hats and stuff like that. People would be going crazy. So they tell you they want you to be a role model and say something. But what if you saying what you believe in instead of, then so I could see both sides, but I still feel like he says He said nobody was doing Magic wasn't, Bird wasn't, nobody was making political statements and shit back then. But I mean, so what? Somebody could have been the first. Ali was even before that. And Mike said he wasn't that. He said I was focused on what I was focused on, which is playing basketball and being great. And that's cool. And all that is just wah 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 wah. That, bro, you could have said I'm not backing off of that. Mike could have said easily, I fuck with Gant. That's all. It is what it is. What y'all think? Hey, follow the podcast on Twitter at Shop Heirlooms and let me know. Let me know what you think. The episodes go by too fast. Here we go. Jerry, Seinfeld was in the joint. You saw him. Legendary guy. I love Seinfeld. Nick stuff. You see, I said, yo, he really took rings from us. The half spin baseline, craziest shit ever. I'll be on here illin', as you can see. Here we go. Yo, I told y'all this before, and I always said Mike was betting on basketball. He had the gambling troubles. And this is the tweet. I said Mike was betting on the league, betting on himself. Him and his dad. God bless the dad. I'm not speaking ill on his dad. That's why he retired, in quotation marks, for the first time. He was suspended. They just didn't want to persecute the face of the NBA publicly. I truly believe that. My dad told me that, and my dad make up a lot of shit, but I really think that's true. That's all I'm going to say about that. I like gambling. I got FanDuel account, so I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or nothing like that, but that's just how I feel. Mike was hitting the cigars mid-season. Charles got fouled. Yes, he did get fouled a lot. Jordan let the Knicks go up 2-0. LeBron would never sent him that. Mike with the mookers on. Mike was a demon. And, yo, people was really talking about Draymond Green being better than Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley would have dogged Draymond, of course. Son. People are crazy. Y'all are insane, for real. Y'all are really insane. Y'all need to stop. And they left Paxson wide open. Stop helping one pass away. That's real shit. You play basketball, don't help. Especially if you want to pass away. And the red range was OD. And I think that really covered The Last Dance. I mean, that's all the shit that was going on. And it's an amazing show. Look forward to next week and watching the episodes. But as you can see, I'm anxious to go play 2K career mode with James Harden and get them badges back crazy. But if you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping you entertained. Let's look at it's not over yet. Let's look at the Jason Burke tweet of the week before we say our goodbyes. See what Jason Burke said. Hold on. Bam. Jay Burke. I just haul off and hit him right in the fucking eye. And Phil just throws me out of practice. Ooh, I can't wait to see this. We gonna see that. Let's see. Jason Burke. Oh yeah, they said this is about.
We have the county rocking. It's the mecca of basketball.
There are those goddamn mecca of basketball, PG County. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. Jay Burke, what you got for me, Jay Burke? Try not to cry when watching the television premiere episode 5 of The Last Dance this Sunday when Kobe is interviewed. Oh, I think I reread this on last week's episode, or we couldn't have. Jason Burke ain't had nothing for us. But that's still the man. He's still a GOAT. He loved The Last Dance. I asked him to come on the podcast, and he changed the subject to something else. But we're going to get him on. I promise. But like I said, if you made it this far, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to me for keeping you entertained. Episode number 144, the Derek Coleman episode. Make sure you rate and review the podcast on the iTunes podcast app. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. And subscribe to the YouTube if you watch it on the YouTube. The YouTube is Shop Heirlooms. And like the video, all that kind of stuff. Just go to the website. Everything is on the website, www.shopheirlooms.store. You get to the YouTube from up there. You get to everything from up there. And that's it. Till next week. Eyes open. We out of here. Stop recording.